So I want to call the meeting to order for Thursday, June 27th, 2:30, special call meeting. And I'm going to ask Elizabeth to do a roll call, please.
Ms. Faulknight,
Here.
Mr. Bryson, Mr. Coleman,
Yes.
Here.
Mr. Dove,
Here.
Dr. Dozier,
Here.
Mr. Freeman,
Tracy.
Here.
Yep.
Mr. Gunn, Ms. Hartung,
Here.
Mr. Jackson,
Here.
Mr. Jones,
Here.
Ms. Leatherman,
Here.
Mr. Lee,
Here.
Mr. McIntyre,
Here.
Mr. Moore,
Here.
Dr. O'Kelly.
So we only have one item on the agenda today, and it is a resolution for the university budget approval. What I'm going to do, since it doesn't come out of committee, I'll need a motion in a second, but before we do that, I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Carter and let him review the changes, and if you have any questions or discussions after he finishes, that would be the time. Dr. Carter.
Mr. Chairman, thank you very much. Members of the board, if you recall last week at the board meeting, you approved a budget contingent upon coming back together if there were any changes in what we thought the conference committee would consider when they convened. We met last Thursday. The conference committee came together Friday afternoon, did approve a conference committee report, which subsequently went to the General Assembly yesterday. That conference committee report had some minor changes in it, and especially some changes related to the state employee pay plan. They reduced the state employee pay plan from what the Senate version was, which essentially is what we looked at in the budget that you approved last week. So the resolution you've received that you're considering today reflects those changes. But, Mr. Chairman, we've included one other thing in this resolution that we're asking the board to approve. So what was actually what was contained in the budget that was passed yesterday by the General Assembly was a state employee pay package, which provided 2.25% for those who were making above $50,000 a year, and a $1,125 recurring increase for those who made $50,000 or less per year. Okay, so what we're asking the board to do as a part of the budget that you're approving now is to add an additional 1% pay increase for faculty and staff who make above $50,000 a year, and to add an additional $500 recurring for those who make $50,000 or less per year. What that means is that the budget you're approving will essentially provide our employees, for those who make above $50,000 a year, a 3.25% recurring increase, and for those who make $50,000 or less a year, a recurring increase of $1,625. So we've tried to adjust what we're recommending to make it consistent with what the General Assembly, the format they provided, which is 50 or less or above 50. So, one more time, Mr. Chairman, this budget will in fact provide our employees a 3.25 recurring increase for those who make above $50,000, and it will give those who make $50,000 or less $1,625 recurring increase. What that means is our employees will make 44% higher with this pay raise. This will be a 44% higher pay raise for our employees than what the rest of state government will receive. Mr. Chairman, that's our recommendation to the board relative to this resolution.
Any questions for that or any discussion? So hearing none, what I need is a resolution and a second. So if you make a motion for approval, please identify yourself. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion. I'm sorry, Ken, I apologize.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Stephen
I was
Jones.
just gonna say, I'll make a motion to approve. I didn't mean to step on Chairman Jackson's toes.
That's all right. Do I have a second?
You have a second, Tracy Freeman?
Tracy Freeman, second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion carries unanimously. Anything else?
No, sir. Thanks. I hope everybody has a wonderful 4th of July holiday.
Yeah, be safe. Any other questions for the group? Hearing none, I have a motion to adjourn.
Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank y'all.
Meeting's adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you,
Be
board
careful.
members. Thank
All
you,
right.
trustees.